Hey, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Make sure the sound is turned up. I don't know how. It always gets turned back down. I'm on my phone and I'm in my chair because I am resting. I have been cleaning all day. I'm still in my jammies. And so it is what it is. Real as it can get. Hello to everyone coming in. Oh, man. I've been trying not to get my big finger in the way. Ugh. I know that, yes, Mata Bell is here, Crafty Annie, Vanessa Jones is back for more. Linda, I saw you in that live earlier today with Steven. Oh my goodness. He's get he's going to be on TV and I don't even know where to find it. Suzanne, hello. Tamara J, hello. Bree's here. Whoop whoop. Hey Margaret. Lori Gray, good to see you. Mary Webb. Hi, Mary. Who else is coming in? Frozen. Hey, Frozen. Kathy G. Did I see Kathy G? Oh my gosh, it just jumped. Hey, Kathy. And Joan. Debbie. Oh, there's Shad. No necklace, no earrings, no nothing. I'm almost naked. What can I say? Oh goodness. 24 here, like right off the bat. You guys were ready for book night. I'm not. Y'all are ready, but I'm not. I do have my project. Here is my project, my sunset project. I have not worked on it. I'm like, I need to go do book club so I can work on my project. I know. No, I don't have nothing on. Sorry. Nada. I'm still in my jammies and I've been vacuuming and cleaning and cooking today. And so I didn't get any of that on. Hey, Ola Joe. Yeah, you caught the live. I did this one a little earlier in some of my other ones. Glad you came in. How are you? So, I have really been trying to finish the book, but I can't stay awake. I sit down to listen and listen to a little bit of it and then I have to do something else and then I put it on when I go to bed and I listen to a chapter or so and then I am out. Shad just had 2 crab cakes. Oh, for a few days. Debbie, go get a shot. You've had a headache for a few days. You need to go get a shot. Go get a Kenalog shot if you can take them. So, what are you guys doing? What are you working on? Are you working on your sunset projects? Have you finished the book? Ola Jo says she's babysitting her 3-year-old grandson and he talks to her all day. Well, that's good. I'm glad he talks to you. That's fun. That is fun. A Kenalog shot, it's for It's something they help with cluster headaches and migraine headaches. They'll give you it's a combination. Here they give me a combination of, it's like a Kenalog and something else. And so it's like allergies and like a pain thing. It's like a steroidal kind of thing. It's got steroids in it. Working, Vanessa's working on your just started wool and honey pullover. Wool and honey. Oh, Joan, have they caught? They have not caught him yet, have they? Man, that's a mess right there. Joan is invested in that guy from what? Where did he escape? Was it there in Pennsylvania where he escaped? But anyway, okay, Bree. Hey, Maureen, I looked everywhere for your posts today. Last time I found 5 posts that you had posted and didn't get put in there. This time I went in there and looked everywhere and couldn't find them. So I do not know where they disappeared to. I wanted to go in and approve them and get them posted, but I couldn't find them. I'm like, where? I did it from my phone, couldn't find them anywhere there. I went to my computer. I logged into my personal with my personal name, and then I logged in with Fiber Floozie Crafts. I couldn't find them in either of those places. I do not know where they went, but I wanted you to know I tried. So Joan says yes, he escaped from Chester County Jail. Yeah, 2-time murderer. Yeah. Hi, Kat. Oh, you didn't miss much. Shad's been watching Gazella. I think, Maureen, what I'm going to have to do is go in and take out, there's like a setting in there, and maybe I can remove it where it's just a protection for the group, where if somebody has made a brand new account, they can't just come right in. So maybe I have to take that off of there just so but I don't know. I just, last time I found them, I just can't find them. Bree's trying to make out the band concession stand orders for the next football. Okay. Y'all don't forget the thumbs, please. Okay. Let me get caught up down here. Oh, it's an Andrea Mowry. Is this a brand new one? I haven't seen it. I had some trouble with Gazella. I like her, and I followed her for a while. It's just, I don't know. It's funny. I have a hard time following a whole lot of the true crimes, like the channels, because it makes me too nervous. They're usually like, oh, like I don't know. I just got too nervous when I watched them. I got nervous when I watched Judy Ron too. And I maybe I should start going in and just listening, like just turn the chats off and listen. But you go in there and you want to kind of talk to people and visit with people in a chat. So I don't know, it's really a hard thing. For some reason those were bothering me. Okay. Okay, Maureen. I just want you to know that I looked. So, okay, I did a little bit of digging today, and what I found out was that um, Bradley Morris Cunningham, actually, he didn't actually get put on trial for murder at first. At first, he was they got him on a civil case. The family of Cheryl got him on in a civil case, and then there was a reward of $84.1 million in that civil case. And because that was such a large amount, and they said it was like at the time, like in the 90s, that would have been the largest settlement in Oregon at that time. And so because of that, then they brought the murder charges, and and he represented himself. So that's crazy. That's crazy. I had not heard of any from that far back that were representing themselves. Um, that's the first one I heard of going back that far. But anyway, so yeah, he went to jail, and then I don't know if you guys know this, but Bradley Cunningham actually wrote to Anne Rule and a whole bunch of other people, but he wrote to her and accused her of being something about it, just calling her out, saying that she didn't do proper research and all that kind of stuff for her book. Yep, I know it, Joan. I know. Serbs is on the bone. Oh, and I'm sitting down with my afternoon coffee because I haven't had coffee since this morning. A little bit about the middle of the day, I got some tea. But I've got my coffee and I got my Montana cup that I got from Nisi. Did Nisi come in yet? Oh, first sip since this morning. Haven't seen her. Okay. Well, maybe she'll see this and see that I got my Montana cup. That's the one she gave to me when we met. So this guy and the New York Times said that Anne Rule, in her book, that Anne Rule did not actually represent all of the women from the book correctly, that they made Cheryl out to be this really straightforward, great person, and that she did not say in the book that Cheryl was actually dating somebody else and that he was dating somebody else when they met. Or no, she was dating somebody else and he was married when they met. So she took him away from his first wife, is what they were trying to say. So he was married to his first wife, which I think her name was Lauren, and they had 2 kids together. So I didn't realize that until later, that they actually had 2 kids. And the way she wrote this book was odd to me. It's not like her other books, Anne Rule's books. The way she wrote this one was that she kind of almost goes backward. She almost builds this story backwards. Do you guys realize that? It's weird. And that's why I'm having a hard time with it. But he was married, and then he divorced her to get together with Cheryl. Cheryl is the one he actually killed. And supposedly he got out like in the late 90s. like he got out of jail, that this he went in and got so many years. He didn't get life because he was supposedly he was eligible for parole in the late 90s. So I'm not really sure if he's actually gotten out of jail. You know, I haven't found anything that says that he's out. But he was actually married 5 times. And he swindled every one of them. He would get married to all of these women who were self-sufficient, that they had jobs and this. He had jobs, but he didn't really work his jobs. He did all these other things. I mean, he is a piece of work for sure. So what are you guys getting out of the book so far? Anyway, that's what I've gotten out of it at the moment. I've been trying to find out where the kids went, who got the kids, and I don't know that either. Did anybody see that anywhere? Am I still here? I've been freezing up lately, so I'm like, I don't know. Am I still going? Oh, goodness. I'm a little stopped up today, too. Hey, Regina. You've seen the movie. Ah, what did you think of the movie? I've been trying to find it. Did anybody find out where the movie was? What channel? What channel it's on? Where we can stream it, if at all? Yeah, I didn't like him either. Absolutely didn't like him. He had so he had Joan. He had 2 kids with his first wife, and he had 3 kids with Cheryl. And I don't know if he had kids with. He didn't have kids with Sarah, which was the last one. You were spellbound by the movie? Where did you watch it, Regina? Or was this like a long time ago? Yep, it does look like that, Mary. Like he wanted to upgrade his women. It does. Yeah. I mean, because Cheryl was a lawyer, and then he marries a doctor of sorts. I mean, and supposedly, hi, Annie, on one of the women's channels. Okay. Yeah, I haven't been able to find it yet. Supposedly, forgot what I was going to say. Man, don't you hate that? Gone. It's gone. Not even a sniff or a smoke of it. It's gone. I have no idea what it was going to be. In the movie, Regina says in the movie that the doctor helped convict him for the murder of the lawyer in the movie. Dead by Sunset. I think the name of the movie is the same as the book, Dead by Sunset, because it was based on Anne Rule's book. She did a few made for TV movies because she did small sacrifices, and she did. There's another one. Small sacrifices was Farrah Fawcett, and then there was another one. Yeah, Dead by Sunset. What was it? Dead by Sunset, or was it called Perfect Husband? Something. I know. It was crazy, crazy the way he kept going. And at one point, he even hid the children. He called cousins, and he had friends of cousins. He was going to hide those children so that nobody could find them, his boys. And at the same time, with the one wife, he was doing things like she was having to get support because he was not supporting her with any money. And then he would send her a check to send her support, and then he would cancel the check. But because he sent her money and it went into her account, she couldn't get the actual help from the agencies. And she was just totally, without any help at all. He was doing wicked things like that. So is it the whole thing, Annie? Perfect Husband, Perfect Killer. That's the one. Yes, thank you. And Annie's saying that she saw it on YouTube. Okay. Yes, sometimes you can find the made for TV ones on YouTube. I actually hadn't looked at YouTube for it. It's a 3-hour movie, so that probably is it. 3-hour tour. Sorry, I couldn't help it. When I see 3 hours, that's what I think of. Yeah, these days, those women, I mean, from what I understand, from what everybody was saying about him, from the people who worked with him to the women to the family, even his family at his trial, his family said they didn't like him. Some of the younger the some of his like cousins and people who were around him, like they would all be everybody would be over playing, and when he would come over, they'd leave because they didn't want to be there when he was there. They just had this weird feeling about him. And he just was mean and nasty and ornery growing up. Regina said it was in 2 parts. Yeah. Remember those? Those used to be so fun when you could watch like Masterpiece Theater and some of those that, part one next week. And you'd be like, Dad, burn it. I want to see what happens. Oh, I remember that. I don't think they do that anymore. You remember the 2 part. Oh, Joe remembers. Andy remembers. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Am I old that I don't care anymore whether I am or not. I'm over it now. since I'm having to take daily meds. Definitely old now. I know people wait for it to come out onto to streaming is all different now because you can stream an entire, you could stay up, and watch a whole season all in one day. I mean, people just aren't. Anyway, give you a little bit of a closer look. I've got my overhead lights off. This is going to grow pretty quick, and I think I'm going to turn this into one of those bandana things. Where you get it as long as you want it here, and then you come back on the top and go around and make a neck for it. That's what I think I'm going to do. But I want it to be big enough to go pretty well around there. That's what I'm thinking. Thank you. This is a hand-dyed yarn. And I'm holding it together with this one, which is the Neon Ombre from Yarn Bee. And then I have a third color that I'm using as the dark, because of course it's sunset. And this is the third color. But at the rate that I'm using this one, we're not going to get to whole any that like purple and stuff much. But that's all right. And I'm putting that dark one ever so often, so many rows, and that's it right here. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. I've not made one like that. I've not done it. I may even have a pattern somewhere for it. Are you rolling? I came in, I vacuumed the whole house. I did this room last. Duke was outside. He came in and he's playful because it's cooler. I mean, 70 degrees today, y'all. It's so nice. And it totally tore up a whole bunch of crap out of one of the toys. And now Cerberus has decided to roll around on it. He's over here rolling. Joyce, if you're watching, he's flubbering. So now I got to pick all that up again. Dog mom life. Do you guys have any idea what book you want to read next? Does anybody have any ideas what they want to read next? Now, I was talking about Stephen earlier, and I posted a link in the group for it because I happened to open Instagram and Stephen Keogh was live on Instagram. He was live with CrimeCon UK. And I watched a little bit of it, and he's just so interesting to watch. He was talking about his book, his new book, which is the one about Jack the Ripper. And he said that he's going to be on TV. You caught the tail end of it, Joan? Okay. Yeah, I don't think they saved that live. but it was fun. I noticed on Instagram one day that he had posted a little clip, and he had this whole thing set up, and there was lights and all kinds of stuff, and I was like, I don't know what he's doing. He's doing something. Well, today he said that he's doing a series. You finished the lap again? How was that yarn, Annie? How was that yarn to work with? Did you hold another yarn with it, or did you do it just like it was? I just didn't have the patience with that stuff. I don't know that just that day when I had that and I tried it, I was like, I can't. It's just not going to work. I got my new kit today. I need to do that one. I want to try it and see how those slippers are. It's a set of slippers. But yeah, I'm kind of right now, I don't know. There's so much stuff going on right now with BTK that we just finished. Carrie Rawson is everywhere with that story. There's a whole bunch to get caught up with on that. And we haven't done the Ramsland book, which is Confessions of the Serial Killer. We haven't done that yet. But I just don't know if I want to dig into that. You did dozens of times before you got it right. Maybe I just wasn't patient enough, Annie. I know I wasn't. Oh, there wasn't enough yarn left over. Oh. So you put a regular yarn border and flashy tassels because there wasn't enough yarn. Wow. Well, that's interesting. Hard to unravel, but you got the trick finally. Okay. I, I really appreciate your patience on that. That is awesome. I'll have to check the picture. I've got way too many projects going now. I had startitis for a couple days there, and I was like, nope, tone it back, girl, tone it back. Gonna get overwhelmed, and then it's just Timothy who? Who? Timothy Hennis? Mm-mm. What is that about? I have not. I have not read anything about that. I do not know who that is. I don't know what's going to happen with Dad's house. I'm really ticked off. This is a life update, y'all, but I am, hey, Steve, come on in. But I'm really ticked off. So here's the thing. Dad was here second week of July. We went to, there's a whole bunch of mobile home places right there in Abilene. We went to the first one. He found one he liked. He was okay with the price. And so we talked to them about changing the bathroom up, and so he could have a walk-in shower and all of that. And they said they could do that. And we asked them how long it would be, and they said it would be about 3 to 4 weeks. We are sitting right now at 8 weeks from when we went in there, and they don't have a date. No date at all. And I'm ticked. And I went down there on Monday. Didn't hear from them today. I went down Monday and I said, listen, I need to know what is going on because he's in Colorado. I'm going to have to move him here. It's just me and my husband. We might have a little bit of help up there in Colorado to get him packed and everything. But when we get down here, it's just us. That's it. And I'm not doing this in November and December. Not doing it. If I'd have known it was going to take this long, we would have waited till spring. Hey, Chels. I remember hearing about the McDonald family murders. I know I was too, Tamara. Me too. Everybody's saying hi to you, Chels. A woman and her two girls murdered and an infant found in the baby bed. It was in North Carolina and it was thought to be a copycat from, and I remember hearing about the McDonald family. That one I'd heard of. Okay, I'll have to look that up. Henry, I have to go back and look at it again. But the McDonald family murders, that sounds familiar. So right now, I'm ticked because here we are sitting in September. If we don't get something soon, we're just going to have to wait. And that really ticks me off because with things that I've got going on with, I'm going to have this nasal surgery. I've got the AFib. I'm going to have to wear the Holter monitor. I got all this health stuff coming up. And then it's going to be winter. And it's not right. And they have some of his money already. Tim Hennis. Okay. Thank you. I'll write it down, Regina, and I'll take a look and see if I can find it. I wrote it down. I got my little book that I keep right here. My little micro happy planner. Set that right there so I will see it. Oh, your area's been in some lot. So you're very close, Steve. Y'all be so careful out there. It reminds me so much of the our Texas inmate that got away last year, and I'm just scared to death that he's going to really hurt somebody. I mean, really, really hurt somebody, and I just hate that. Joan's been keeping up with it too. Well, Regina, I have one in my purse. I have one on my desk, and then I have one over here. 3 miles. Ugh, crazy. Well, what are they saying now? If you guys aren't familiar, this is in Pennsylvania, Chester County, Pennsylvania, and he's been gone for. Has he been out a week now, or is it longer than that? I saw they had all that aerial stuff going earlier today. They were showing it. Ugh, 13 days. Okay. I knew it was at least a week. Unbelievable. That it reminds me of last year. And I was here. I was quite a ways away from there, and I was like looking when I would go out to go let Serbs out to go potty. I was looking around the side of the house and everything, just because you know he could have been anywhere. Yeah, and you guys, I'm I have no problem. I mean, I'm in Texas, and obviously, I have no problem with guns, but you got to keep them safe too. Okay, you need to keep them put up and locked up. Why in hell would he have that many guns out in his garage? And then the garage is open, and the guy goes in and just helps himself. I mean, that the homeowner at least took a shot at him. I wish he would have, actually hit him. Right. You have to be responsible with them, you guys. I just cannot. Accidents happen, things happen, and if the guy wanted it bad enough, he was going to get it. But at the same time, if they had been safe, he wouldn't have got a hold of them. It's very unfortunate. Probably more of a coincidence than anything, but it's a very unfortunate one. Unfortunate that the homeowner wasn't a good shot. Yeah, that too. Exactly. Oh, wish he'd been a better shot. Dude, take them things out and work with it a little, would you? Next time you'll hit something. Hi, Rosie. Welcome in. Well, I understand that the one area where he is, where they think he is a pretty wooded area too. That's kind of hard. And they said they had the heat seeking cameras out at night, you know. But this rifle that he's got now has a scope. So with a scope, it's going to be a little bit scary for law enforcement to switching colors on this now. That's got to be a little scary for law enforcement with the guy can scope them now. And it's hilly. It's hilly there with fields and woods. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I was understanding. There was a big in the aerial that they were showing that was a pretty wooded area, so yep. Well, I was talking about this yesterday or something sometime, but also the true crime community right now, they don't really have a whole lot to talk about because there's no new information on Gilgo Beach. There's not any new information on BTK. It's just it's kind of like the big thing we hit on it the other day was the Scientology. That thing's blowing up like crazy right now. Huge. Did you guys see about Ashton Kutcher and that whole debacle? Anybody read any of that? Rosie. Oh, honey. I'm so sorry. Oh, I knew it was close. What a bummer. Oh, I'm sorry, honey. Big hugs for you and your family. Were you there with him, or were you able to be there, Rosie? I know you spent some time with him. Was it during the fall, last fall, that you also got to spend some time with him? Yes. Are you still at your brother's or are you at your dad's? Well, wherever you are, we're sending our prayers and thoughts to you. Bless your heart. I know you knew that he was close anyway, but I'm sorry to hear that. Just know we're thinking about you. Oh, thank you, Tamara. Hadn't wanted to say anything about that because I was like, well, maybe she's not ready, to work on it. So thank you. I appreciate you telling me. Well, Rosie, just know we're thinking about you, and I hate that. I really do. And I hope that all of your plans and all of that stuff, I hope that it all goes well. Yeah, the Scientology, back to that, that is a mess and it's just really blowing up. But what I was seeing was that, Ashton Kutcher and whoever that girl was, his girlfriend or whatever, came out and they had written these letters uh, to Danny Masterson to support Danny Masterson and all this stuff. And then Danny Masterson he got life for what he did. And I was watching a program about Scientology yesterday, and they're saying that Ashton Kutcher actually went to, there was and I want to find out more about this guy. Okay, your brother went and you went last Friday. Okay. Okay. I'm glad you were able to go last Friday, though. I don't know if he was able to know that you were there and all of that, but I'm so glad you got to at least go. Yeah. So there was someone was murdered. Someone was murdered. And Ashton Kutcher showed up at this house and he told the police that he went and he saw this person and he looked through the window and he saw this person laying on the uh, floor and there was blood and that he just left, that he didn't call anybody, he was afraid, blah blah blah, and he didn't do anything. And come to find out, the police said there's no way that he would have been able to, when they reenacted what he said happened, there's no way that he would have been able to see inside that window and see anything from where he was looking. So, what he told them is not true. He knows more than what he's saying, and they know that. The thing is, the Scientology, their organization, that they are protecting themselves and they are protecting their members. They pull the wagons around and they protect everybody, and they're terrible. I'm just learning about some of the stuff that they do. And I found out yesterday, my friend TJ, he's into it, and he told me, he said, Tom Cruise is second in line at Scientology. I didn't know that. Yeah, isn't that always the way it goes, though? Isn't that always that you have these big proponents of this and that and the other, and they're right in the thick of it? Yeah. I don't know, Kat. Yeah. It really makes you not like some of these people when you find out about some of these actors and stuff. Makes you not really like them anymore. Makes you want to go burn off some of those movies that you have in your collection. Make a little fire with them. And John Travolta is big in it too. Yep, he is. Debbie's saying that the gun that the guy stole is was loaded. Evidently, it is loaded. Terrible. Gosh, I hope they catch him. I haven't been able to find any real news. I mean, I know that some of the true crime stuff is following it, but like news channels, there's not a whole, because I don't have cable, so I don't get like the news stuff. I have to stream everything. I we do is streamed. Somebody referred to the gun as a Brazilian sniper. So for dinner tonight, I made a soup. I put I did a ground sausage that I cooked up, browned up in the skillet. I put in some onion, one onion, like 3 or 4 cloves of garlic chopped, and then after that was done, I put it in the crock pot with about 2 cups of kale and a package of spiral carrots that were frozen. I did about a half a cup of peppers, jalapeno peppers, red peppers, and then I added chicken broth. I added chopped black olives. I added a can of cream of mushroom soup and a package of a half of a little container of sour cream. And then I added mozzarella at the end. Oh, it's really good. If I remember, I'll post it in the group. chicken fried steak, mashed taters, gravy, green beans, butter, milk, biscuits, pineapple. Pineapple pie? When did you make pineapple pie with vanilla ice cream? You didn't make the ice cream. Did you make the pineapple pie? Pineapple pie? I don't think I've ever had one like that. I like lemon. Oh, that's awesome. I asked Mr. Fiber if he wanted me to make him, I could make him lunches to take to work, but he takes those frozen, there he calls it a bowl of shit for lunch. It's those frozen bowls. He just buys different flavors of those, and that's what he'll have. Okay, Rosie, I'm glad you came in tonight, honey. Much love to you, sweetheart. Lots of hugs. It's tough. It's really tough, and I feel for you, and I'll be thinking about you, sweetheart. You take care, okay? Bless her heart. I'm wondering if I should go around. I may finish. Should I finish it with this color or no? I don't know. You're welcome. Uh, that's fun. I have a feeling you're a really good cook. I never can make chicken fried steak because I can't get my breading to stay on no matter what I do. I've tried doing it where that oil is just as hot as it can be, and I'm just so impatient, and I go try to flip it over and it loses every bit of its breading every time, and I can't get it to where it is tender. I have tried soaking it in milk and all of those things. I'm like, no, we'll just eat that out. I'm hitting that 1 hour mark, you guys. So I'm going to get out of here. So here's what I'm going to do. I am going to do my best to sit down and finish the book, and then we'll come back next time, and we will talk about um, any of our other thoughts on the book, and then we'll decide on another one. Should we do another Anne Rule book, you think? You guys want to read another Anne Rule book, or is there something else you want to read? You too, Frozen. I don't know what I was saying, Regina. I'm not sure which subject you mean. Oh, what was I cooking? I was cooking a soup. Is what I was cooking. Okay. Now I know what you were now I know what you were asking. Where is my pen? Sometimes I can't see the comments. Won't let me. Oh, thank you, Mary. I had to make soup today because it cooled off. I had to. If you guys have any suggestions, just let me know. Thank you to everyone who was lurking, anybody who's watching this back on replay. You guys are awesome. I appreciate it. Yes. Oh, the one by Michelle McNamara we didn't. That would that would be good too. We need to circle back around to that one, don't we? Because we did the Paul Holes book. Okay, I will. I certainly will, Regina. Any other suggestions, you guys? You too, Joan. You stay safe. Let me know when you find out when they catch him. Somebody let me know. You're welcome. Thank you for coming in. Okay, you guys, I love y'all. Y'all have a wonderful night. Have fun today. And I will talk to you later. Okay? And I'm not sure how to do the ending. Maybe I can. We'll see. Let me see if I can figure it out. There we go. Love y'all.